Welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome back to ever so amazing, sexy Age of Wonders Planetfall, where I continue one of my now favorite games made by Triumph Studios. In all honesty, if I could actually say that that game just needs a few new things, even more, new things in terms of the more refinement, like better animations. That's definitely the thing, and that's about it in my opinion. The better animation, the music is fantastic by Michael van den Bosse, again coming into the series. He is one of the most important pillars for Age of Wonders series to me. So if I could advise you to get the game, and should I? Yes, definitely. I just hope that the game sells well enough, that development of proper expansion packs for the game will be assured. In this day and age, Age of Wonders 3 actually had 2 proper expansion packs. In this day and age, people, that's just amazing, just unbelievable even. So I'm hoping that's gonna continue in proper way, so we can gain more races, factions, however you're gonna call them, and many more things hopefully in the future. Continue on is of course Lysander, Gryphonheart of Paladra, planet Paladra, long gone, of course, and Lysander Gryphonheart leading the way for his people to settle upon old new worlds or new old worlds. And Leaf 6 is the planet at the moment. Was supposed to be full of life, but as you can see, there's deserts all around with massive amount of craters. So that means war has ravaged the planet. In a previous, of course, video, we have finished a few missions for the Paragon faction, which are of course a cybernetically enhanced Star Union citizens, or one of the faction within the Star Union. Star Union actually composed of many factions. We have seen even Kirko, which are the previous slaves and still tend to seem slaves to the Star Union. Of course, Lysander and the Gryphonheart dynasty never actually utilized slave labor in any shape or form. Paladra was not a planet of slaves. People actually adored the Gryphonheart dynasty, while not the most wealthiest of the dynasties, or not all the planets even. It was respected within the Star Union, though even it was before the Star Union kind of encompassed the entirety of the Paladra and its people. And that's about it for now. So let's see what's gonna happening. So we have finished the energy development.
Electronic mechanisms employed by the Empire appear to have developed a passive-aggressive attitude towards abuse. If a device is mishandled, it may drain more energy than allotted in system specs. We suspect automaton activists to be responsible. Nonetheless, it's good to upgrade your infrastructure. Pt.9, productivity conspiracist.
Excellent, now we actually have the colony upgrades for our colonies and sector upgrades. A very important thing, because now we can get more better things like -10 energy cost for units included mods, and of course a -10% energy cost for instantly completing a production. Very, very interesting. Let's continue on with more research. Next, into the society, that is. We will go with, I have no idea what would be the most thing. I wanted to go with a full development, because again the food is important thing. It will give us a nice food sharing tax, I guess, reduced to 30% in this colony. And bioengineered food plantation, -10% food needed to gain a new colonist. We will go with this. I think this is very important, considering that we're expanding slowly. We're gonna get a new colony, demanded of course by the Gryphonheart himself. Let's research that immediately. Military, we'll be having the smart defense modules in one turn, so next turn. In also one turn, we will have our Vanguard colonizer finally to expand into the millions. We will not be able to actually expand on the port 6 with the colonizer due to not having ability in Age of Wonders to get more colonists if two colonies are near each other. You can actually do that in Age of Wonders 3 and position a colony near other colonies, well, towns or cities near cities, but you do not get colonists whatsoever, so it's kind of a wasteful. So for us to expand away from Paledra, we need to have at least a second sector from one of the middle sectors between Paledra and another sector, whatever that may be. Okay, so Lysander would, I presume, want to split up the forces. In the previous battle, we have Jonathan Vegas has been damaged, and Jiang has been damaged. In the army of Lysander, nobody has been damaged whatsoever. That's a good thing. Though again, he did enter one of the Paragon Ink repair stations, which would heal your units immediately, so there is that. I want to split up the forces. I want the Daiyu Jiang to move towards her pug in port 6. I want to finish that mission because she really likes her pug for some reason. Well, we know the reason, of course. It was built by her brother and her, I think, or something like that. But still, not the most important of the missions at the moment for the Gryphonhearts. Well, Gryphonheart, to be honest, Lysander is the only heir to the Gryphonheart dynasty and has no wife. Capture the Promethean military base, an event. Ah, yes. Promethean military base. We have an issue. The spy of the syndicate, well, ex-spy of the syndicate or ex-runner of the syndicate, now our spy, possibly our spy, is telling us that Hui Jiang is expanding and he will be able to take this sector, but I think the only way for him to expand upon this sector is to destroy the guards within the Molten Earth arsenal. We have no idea what these guards are gonna be. We would have to actually explore specifically this landmark with one of our units. But for now, I would say that our spy, our new addition to the family, will have to run away, as we have an issue in terms that she's being chased slowly but surely, or at least being searched across the planet's surface, across different sectors, by the House Timur soldiers who want to say, hey, you're not gonna reveal our secrets to the Gryphonhearts. But let's see what the Owl will do here. Now the Owl will just continuously see what we might get. We just need a little bit more resources, I would say. A few more resources to pick up before everything goes to hell. And as per usual, I mean, the planet is definitely habitable. You know, even with all the wars that seem to have happened. We need to explore. We have a huge part of the planet unexplored. But there are actual Vanguard factions vying for control. So this is what the Lysander will be doing. He will split up the forces between the Jiang, Lieutenant Jiang, and of course some of these. We're gonna give her the assault biker. This is the assault bike. No upgrades on him at the moment. He will move into the army of Huijiang, and from Huijiang we will be gaining a pug, or maybe not. Considering that all my ghosts within the Lysander's army have the healing ability, and the rest of the units are actual mechanical, and they can't be healed by the pug, I think. The pug can only heal biological units, I think. But We will give an engineer to this army. An engineer, please move in. Thank you very much. Excellent. Now, Lysander wants to expand slowly but surely, but we need to know what is beyond everything. He wants to also hunt a few more evil hoppers, hopper hounds, that is, to clear out the area for the next colony so we don't get engaged or our colonists get attacked by the hopper hounds. Having the millions is not a bad thing. You will be gaining a customized spatial rift, which is the most important resource. Would think of actually expanding into the aquatic sector. That is, of course, the Vanishing Sea. That wouldn't be a bad thing. It has 2 of each, so again, but you can, I think, only upgrade one of these specific, we'll get these specific bonuses, like for the food, for the energy, and for the research. But definitely a good thing. But again, a cosmite +5, +5. Okay, good to know. Nonetheless, from Paladra, and we'll be gaining first the millions. I want one of the cities secured. At the moment we are in the outskirts, Paladra, but the next colony definitely needs to be within a city of some kind. We will keep, of course,
operations available
peace for as long as possible with the other factions. I'm more worried about the House Timna. That is the Syndicate. They are known to be a proper evil bastards. We can deploy another monitor. Can't do any more doctrines, but we have gained the Emissary Doctrine operation due to us actually finishing one of the bonuses. At the moment we only have 2 doctrine slots, and all of them have been taken by the colony militia, which again produces production cost of all units reduced by 10% in clear colonies. In addition, production cost is further reduced by an extra 5% for each colony militia barracks or defense building in your colony. And frontier survival, plus 15 food in your colonies. A monitor would not be a bad thing again. We could monitor the enemy activity, possible enemy activity. It would cost us, of course, 40 energy. But still, duration is 10 turns, it would seem, so it doesn't last forever. Okay, or maybe it needs, no, 1 turn to activate, and duration is 10 turns. So I'm guessing the one monitor station that we have near the Molten Earth Arsenal will die out at some point and stop giving us a signal. Nothing at the moment. Nothing. Okay, orders required from our worker bee. It's running away, slowly but surely, from the Black Plains, which have a lot of hopper hounds. But I want my little bee to start exploring more of the sector under the right. Get close as possible to our possible ally, the Paragon faction, which holds a massive town, the dwelling of Persales Achtha. This is really a mega city. Orders required. Lysander wants to be on a little bit on the move. Well, Lysander, at the moment I don't think that we have any targets, but you can move slowly but surely. Can we upgrade any of the soldiers first and foremost? Can we give them another? No more mods of any kind. We have the phase walk modular for our ghosts and an nanite injectors. Move in then. The biggest problem for us, the urban areas take 8 movement points. That's a base movement cost, so that is an issue. Now, as you can see, we will waste a huge movement to cross the city line, but we will have to go onto the milestone recharge station, get back immediately the movement, talk to these people and get them off that spatial rift, because I don't think we will be gaining the spatial rift after we research, after our colonizer comes into the millions. So let's see what we can do with him. Alongside, we'll of course heal. Greetings, Lysander Gryphonheart. Your actions, I believe, have been closely observed by the Prefect. He believes that with our guidance there may yet be hope for you and your kind. Tell us, what is that you want today? As our relations are slowly increasing, we could be actually getting a few things from them. But at the moment, We require this location. Please vacate for 47 influence. We have 114. Thank you. By courtesy of the prefect, we shall grant you this favor, Lysander Gryphonheart. Excellent. And we will take the reward of 10 Cosmite, which is again one more important thing. So we'll have plus 10 after the millions has been taken by our Vanguard forces, the Gryphonheart dynasty. Let's go towards the heel, and after that move on. End the turn, please. Independence on the move. You can see the Paragons are actually slowly but surely exploring. We have the Emerald Elysium Park, needs to be explored. Lysander shall do this. Smart defense modules.
If properly targeted, a bullet will hit its mark at a speed impossible for humans to dodge. To increase human evasion, one needs smart defenses. Want to dodge a bullet? Obtain a detector capable of triggering ballistic shields preemptively. Mr. Bowman, developer, CenturyLink Security Systems.
And we'll be gaining a, well, we gained a unit mod, which is improved combat sensor detector. The unit becomes 20% harder to hit and gains gains a detection. In addition, the unit's scanner range on the strategic map is increased by 2 hexes. Additionally, this mod grants the unit +1 shield. Another one is an interlocking armor, which Binky actually has, and of course specifically Lysander, since the very start. The unit gains stagger resistance and 2 ballistic resistance. Additionally, this mark grants the unit +1 armor, that is. So a shield here, that is the armor here, and armor here. Another shield, different thing. Which, to be honest, both of them are great. Both of them are great to have on my ghosts. We'll see what we have. We can only one more slot for our ghosts that are as well, for the units that are with Lysander. What shall be going? Subjugation Ordnance. We have a different ammunition, a flechette rounds. Allowing the unit to fire flechette ammunition, which has 8 fire damage or just bleeding. I don't know, honestly, like sometimes sorry, that's thermal damage. I think that's a thermal damage. I could be wrong. No, that's not thermal damage. That's not thermal. That's just the ballistic thingy. So there is that. Let me just check. We have the Book of Knowledge, by the way. We have the Book of Knowledge. There are different things that will actually tell you what you're interested in. Kinetic, sorry, the kinetic damage. I think that's the one. Maybe. Kinetic damage, laser, biochemical, psionic, explosive, arc. There are many of them. But yeah, that's actually kinetic damage, if I'm not mistaken. Assault rifle, yeah, kinetic damage. So that will give that. To inflict bleeding on a cyborg or biological units for 3 turns. Only one kind of ammunition can be active at any time. Additionally, this mod grants the unit 10% increased damage on all abilities, not the bad thing. And the Shredder Bomb, a tactical operation, an instant. Drops a Shredder Bomb onto the battlefield, dealing 12 explosive damage, maybe? Damage in 1 hex radius area, effect with 12 strength to apply bleeding on the biological cyborg units. You know what? Some like, oh boy, like, oh boy. Like, knowing exactly all of these specific icons, what they represent, is kind of a bad thing, considering that like, we need maybe like a tooltip or immediately that would just pop out when we go over the specific icons, so I can easily say what the hell they are. So instead of me actually having to research completely and find in the Book of Knowledge, but slowly but surely we'll find out what is what. Message from a Paragon faction. Ravages of Time. As the last heirs of the Star Union, it is one of many duties of the Paragon to uphold the cultural and technological legacy of our ancestors. We have witnessed the decline of the Dark Age, and must commit ourselves to favor those few that can show there can still be knowledgeable and civilized people in this rotten era. The question is, Lysander Gryphonheart, will you be one of them? Objective: 200 prosthetic replacement, turns remaining 10. All colonies can contribute with their production to this project. We only have 1 colony. We will be gaining more influence with this relation, and more influence, and Paragon Soldier Squad will be allowed which is not a bad thing. They're skirmishers, but they're tier 1. And of course 15 energy. Except, of course, we will do that. We shall do that. We have a few turns though. So again, we will be able to do that within Paladra, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yes, the quest, prosthetic replacement, would last only 2 turns, but cost 200 production. But still, we'll be able to finish that. What I want personally, and I think that our men and people need this, is specifically more soldiers. If Vegas and Lieutenant Jiang are moving towards Port 6, there might be an issue. I mean, we had information, if I'm not mistaken, about there being actual cleaning bots with guns. We have already encountered them within the millions, so I want to be secured. Like, we do not know what type of those are gonna be. We could check maybe that out with one of our bikers. He could go out there, or we can allow him to just finish up with like scouting most of the areas before even reaching the Port 6, due to, of course, Lieutenant Jiang and Commander Vegas are too far away to Port 6, so it will take them some time. We could do the exploration in the meantime. So we have some roads. There's a crossroad, choking fields being reported here. Let's go across the desert. Terrain, watch yourselves. Okay, we have solar peaks under Michael Valentine. This is a colony militia forward base. This structure claims the sector for its owner. It provides healing to your units, and enemies cannot enter it without trespassing. However, it does not get any income. Founding a colony on this structure will give it a free military infrastructure upgrade. Okay, at the moment not at war, but that means probably they cannot expand towards Port 6. Now, if we want Port 6 to move towards Port 6 specifically, it has interesting location items, a milestone charge, a spaceport, a Paragon Ink repair facility, of course Ruin and Arid, plus 5 energy, nice, and of course industrial exploitation would give us upgrades, unlocks the spaceport tactical integration, a doctrine, another doctrine, but the energy cost of tactical operation reduced by 30%. In addition, tactical operations can now be deployed in the first turn of combat instead for us to wait for 1 turn. Interesting. But I'm always mostly interested within about the resources. And I would like this for us. But Paladra, I do not think our colonists are waking up that fast to expand onto any of these points, like the artificial mount. Sector limit reached. Paladra needs 2 more colonists before it can end this sector. So we'll have to wait for more colonists. Let's see how fast we'll be gaining the colonists. Growth in 2 turns, we'll get another colonist. Excellent, 2 turns. We'll need few more turns before Vegas reaches this. But of course, if we put some of our from maybe research, from knowledge, we can do this faster, because I'm worried maybe Michael Valentine might take that from us. You know, that sector. I want us to control at least more cities, and we need them under control. If not with a main base of operation, at least some forward bases or something like that. 124 energy, 35 knowledge. If I remove you, are you okay? Yes, you are. Position 1 here. Again, it's growth in yes, let's only by 5. I think we'll be needing way more for us, like at least 1 more maybe, to increase the growth, to be much more faster about this. Depending on how much we need it, really. Depending on how much we really need the next part of the Port 6, that is. I would like to have it, but as you can see, it's still growth in 2 turns. But who knows how much we will be needing for the next colonists. At the moment, we are okay with this. I'm okay with this. 1 from research taken and 1 from the actual happiness slot. Everything is fine. Colonizer, move towards the millions. It will take a few turns for the colonizer to reach this. Because again, due to the of course the urban area, and who knows what kind of batches are within the urban area trying to do, maybe even trying to steal our colonizer. But the colonizer has actual guns, and that's a good thing. The Vanishing Sea would really be nice. The Vanishing Sea would be nice. Okay, Vegas and Jiang, move in. You two will take care of the pug. 2 turns to move towards that direction, towards Paladra.
Production ready.
Excellent. Colonizer has been finished. I need more troopers to help you out with that pug thingy. What do you again have within your army? You have a bike and a 1 pug, and of course 2 heroes, and additional that another bike will join you. I would say one of a regular Vanguard trooper, maybe a sustained one with a healing pack. It will cost 40 energy and 5 cosmite. We'll take one of you. 2 turns remaining. 2 turns, perfect. Perfect, actually. Instead of that, let's finish that quest. If we can finish that quest in 2 turns, we will be gaining one of, more of the Paragon units. Perfect. Ghosts, I can actually give you something. I can give you improved combat sensor or more armor for you. So instead of 2 armor, they're going to have 3 armor, which is great. And stagger resistance, which means when one of those hoppers actually jump on these, they get resistance in stagger, so their movement doesn't get negated and all that. I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to give them all. That's 30 energy and 15 cosmite. I think that's a perfect thing for all units. How are they gonna call? Well, gonna be called again ghosts. We're gonna go for ghosts. We can actually choose a bunch of icons. Amazon, Celestian, Arc, Assembly, Fire Operations. Like there are like a huge chunk of icons we can really choose. There's like a lot of icons. I would love these amount of icons for when we choose an actual flag for our units. Oh, that is for our faction, commander and all that. Biochemical. Which one was the Arc? No, not the Arc, but it could go with, we can go with Dark. We'll go with this. Yes. And I'm gonna ghosts. I'm still gonna stay ghosts. Actually, reinforced. No. Let's see what option. Reinforced, interlocking, reinforced, stalwart, reinforced, ghosts. Oh, we can't. We have a specific amount of letters we can actually utilize. Plated ghosts. That's perfect. Confirm. So now we of course have to wait for 1 turn. Hopefully nobody attacks us in that 1 turn. We have an enemy, it would seem, or at least something moving behind within this unknown region. Well, not really unknown, but it is unknown. The Feldspar Peaks. Confirm movement 4 hours from our spy. What can I do with you? You know what, spy? You go deep under the volcanic stuff. I want to know exactly what the hell is happening, or maybe get close to the borders with Huijiang. I don't think you will be able to pass through that. Get to the nuclear wasteland and give me some sight. Oh, you will. No, you won't. So we'll have to open borders if we want her to pass through that. But again, she is not the goal alone. We need to actually destroy those units that are chasing her. Move in, little B. Give me knowledge. I want to know what the hell is happening. Perfect. They have not yet really expanded here, so we can move through this area. Excellent. But you can see the Sina, the house of the House Timur, Sina, is expanding rapidly. Everybody's expanding actually rapidly at the moment. We are lagging behind. Stay where you are, Lysander. Guard. Our owl. Give me more knowledge. We need to see what's beyond the rolling desert. And what's beyond the rolling desert is one of the main areas of Michael Valentine. Galaxis months. Mons, and Cosmite Rift. Oh, baby. Unguarded, it would seem. But again, too far for us. Way too far. We can see something beyond. Here we have a crash surveyor drone. Some kind of data might be picked up by our bikeman. Set military research. What shall we go for now? We will go with the Echo Walker program or subjugated ordnance. Let's go with the Shredder Bomb. It's only 4 turns anyway. Excellent. And let's end the turn and see what's gonna happen. I'm not trusting those soldiers of... Oh my god, that was scary. Hugh has captured your claimed sector. Hugh has captured the Vanishing Sea. Because of your claims on this sector, you have gained a Casus Belli 5 points on Huey. Allow you to declare war on them with popular support. No need. Really no need. At the moment, he can take that if that's what he is so well. If he needs it, let him take it. It was a beautiful place, but we were lagging too much behind. And the good thing here, we have timely upgraded our troopers to engage one or more aggressive species, and we can see the advanced Hopperhound Manhunters. Holy crap. The evolutionary mutation, this unit is better than the others of its kind. It has 200 morale and +2 resistance on all status effects. Additionally, its mod grants the unit +5 health points. And the Contaminated Claws. This unit melee attacks have 8. I'm gonna say just a poison strength chance to cause poison. To biological and cybernetic unit for 3 turns. Additionally, small grants the unit 10% increased damage in all abilities. Thankfully, it's not on the Hopperhound Blade Maws. Thankfully. Let's confirm movement. I will not be reaching it this turn. One more turn and they will be able to actually reach the, like the center of the millions to actually expand. A little bad, but hell's mother humping bells. In 1 turn, we'll be gaining the achievement, I think, for that quest to wrap up. Yes, excellent, and get some of the beautiful Paragon faction soldiers to help out Lieutenant Jiang and Commander Vegas in their mission to save a little pug. Let's confirm more movement here. We can see, of course, the planet is filled with Paragon, so they are definitely dominant ones. Okay, we are close to one of the settlements, one of the colonies for the Sinach house right there. Another colony, sorry, that must be just the expansion. And we can see some of these bastards, the Ascendant, Indentured, being upgraded. I love that these mods are the thing, to be honest. I love that they're the thing. Go across this volcanic terrain in the mountain of Southman Range. Pick up the data. Oh boy, of course the data is within the Michael Valentine. We will not trespass. Yeah, boy, it's right there. Like, if we could, we can actually if we ask him for the open borders treaties, but I'm not so sure at the moment. He needs a quest here to be finished. Well, he wants one of these things finished to gain a little bit happy bonuses with Gryphonheart. Excellent. Get some Cosmite, which is way more important than anything else, to be honest. Oh, we are being chased by the Hopperhound Blade Mods, or they're at least patrolling in the near Black Moon Summit. Our worker bee has no way of actually going through all this without incurring the wrath of the Sina house. Now, if this could be like the important point, we could get this Paragon base. Maybe like tell them to fudge off from it, but again it says a Paragon faction base, so I don't think we can tell them to fudge off from that specific base, the Century Station. And again, I don't, and of course Lysander doesn't want to instigate the wrath from those bastards. I mean, Paragon faction has proven to be valuable to us, for now at least. Okay, wish you the very best. Next time, more love, more drugs, and we'll be having some fight with a very aggressive Hopperhounds. near our in the City of the Millions, on the outskirts, near the outskirts of the City of the Millions, and our new base of operation, All Bestia.